trying to impress me, pulling out all the stops, making my head dizzy when you tell me what you want. I just wanted you to see me, never thought you'd notice. Thought that you should know I'm already sold, so never let me go. You had me at a la 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 la. Finding ways inside my head, lost and out of focus, I can hear a word you say. Cause I don't care about your game, I just wanted you to see me. Thought that you should know I'm already sold, so never let me go. You had me at a la 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 la. I don't care. With you
And welcome back. It's game 4 here at the Australian Mix Ultimate Championships. It's Division 2. And we're here in the city of Logan. We've got the incredible Hucks going up against Blob. As Hucks in white pull to Blob with a less than desirable field. I'm here with Avril Tam. Avril, how are you going?
Yeah, it's a beautiful afternoon here to watch some high-level ultimate here at the Australian Mix Ultimate Championships Division 2. As you said, Blob on the duck, bobble, but catch out of bounds.
Early turn, Hucks have a break chance very early in the game. We'll see Karaka pick it up, finding Baker. Baker throws a backhand around. Not very any attention, but still, Blob get the block. And Lipari shoots it, has Wish deep. Just not the breeze for it, Av.
Both teams just getting a few rusty throws out the way early. It was almost a back D by Vasquez. In the end, intercepted.
Blackburn just throwing to the inside of Lorenz and then see Vasquez with the disc now. Finds Ward. Ward shoots a Blady. Look to Osmond, who toes the line but does not come down with the disc. Tough in this win. Looks like the teams haven't quite adjusted. Yeah, and it's been very swirly conditions so far this morning.
Yeah, they had plenty of time between the last game finishing the first game and a lot of drills there focusing on some throwing, but haven't quite fine-tuned it for the start of game yet.
Slam now finds himself with a high stall count. Karaka shoots another backhand. He's got Baker running deep. Gets the read on top of Flores. And Adam Baker comes down. Hucks breaking early. What a way to start the game.
And true to name, incredible Hucks getting a big huck from Karaka off to the streaking Baker. Had identified the gender mismatch there on Flores, who had some good hops, but just outread in the end. So when Karaka wound up for a couple of those big ones early, this one connects well. So incredible Hucks, based out in Sydney. They've been around for a little while, played a couple of Division 2 national championships. Blob, his first time in Division 2, but some familiar faces on pitch. So this team actually were made up of the wedding guest list of Mickael and Kellen Lowry, who are leaders of this team. So congratulations to Mike and Kellen. They got married last weekend, which of course clashed with Division 1, which is why they've said, look, why don't we get a few of other wedding guests who are visiting from out of town and let's play a tournament together.
Yeah, why not? See if they can come away with more to celebrate this weekend. As Bradley picks one up. Low off the deck, thinks about shooting it. Thinks the best, finds Kelly.
Pickled.
They'll just discuss if this stays with Kelly. It seems like it will. So, side team's very happy to force towards this low side. It's already generated a few turns early. Kelly has an option deep, elects not. Doesn't reset to Bradley instead. Gets it back now off Reeves. Nice, Kelly finds Wong. Wong fakes the hammer. And Kelly goes to work in the handling space, almost gets a poach D, but instead comes up, gets it back, and then a nice easy dishy to Hudson. He's going to score nice and free on that front cone.
Well worked by Blob. Managing to use some small ball, work hard in that underspace to gain meters. Wong here. If you watch Mike Kelly, as he starts in the dump space, he fakes up line, goes back, defender's turned his hips, and then he goes again. So just that little, I guess, thunderbolt or Z cut. A great way to shake free of your defender. So if you are learning how to cut, take note of that shape. Make sure you include it in your arsenal.
Gal's been doing it for years, and He's probably going to be one of the most dangerous people in the handler space of this whole tournament. So, look, you're not cheering if you get that matchup at all, are you? It's very unlucky to have such a well-rounded and experienced player handling here. As you see, Yoshida with spin pull.
Yeah, talking about well-rounded and incredible players, Yoshida, a handy pickup. She's been in Melbourne the last few years studying, but now back in Japan, so nice to see her back on Australian soil. Oh, and a bobble and a drop there. Unfortunate for Lorenzen.
As another player we're very familiar with, Timothy Copland finds Osmond to Moriarty, who a little lefty backhanded. Timo just bowls over Ashabash, but looks like turn comes up for Hucks regardless.
So zone applied here by Blob. Just a 2. Oh, I think that's a out of bounds and a turn.
It's a nice zone when you've got someone like Copland on the mark, but how all of that limb in the way. Very hard to throw around, and that's obviously what the zone's designed to prevent. So as we see Osmond shoot up line, and the Copland to Osmond combo that's a lot of length. Lots of length.
Lots of limbs to cover there.
It's not very fair, but I missed last weekend. They're allowed to be here.
Yeah, look, they're continuing to party, right? It's a long party, a week-long party, 10-day party, in fact, right?
Big bender.
The clear button on the number plate removes the tags that you have in the little box there.
The Hucks doing well. Still had generating a turn of their own during that point. They'll have to face upwind O. So this is what's been the real challenge this weekend for the first 3 games. Teams have really struggled in this wind, where it's pushing from the top right of screen down to the bottom left as bottles fly around me. And yeah, so teams have really been struggling getting away from this coffin corner, getting trapped on this low side in the wind. It's very messy.
There's not a lot of clean O out there. I mean, we have got some very high quality throwing caliber, but I think the unpredictability has made it very challenging. And a nice pull goes up here, lots of length. Drives Hucks back in the defending end zone. Oh, and a cold drop. In and out of the hands. This upwind direction, just too much to handle.
It's a pick called, and what rightfully, so it's very, very undisciplined from this team. Very messy to start.
So you see the wobble on the disc already, and that one just a bit too spicy because it was getting pushed in that slightly downwind direction. So you've got to watch those ones all the way into your hands. And just an easy flip, Lopez to Vasquez. The Colombians get it done for the score. Susie Vasquez has been based in Melbourne for the last year, playing with Spicy Chili on the roster for the first time, making her debut, but she's had plenty of experience on the world stage, having played under 24s as a 16-year-old for Colombia.
That's nuts. It's just insane.
I think she's 18 or 19 now, so yeah, she's
great.
She's improved a hell of a lot over the last couple of years, and I can't wait to see more from Susie. Had a lot of young kids on the stream, Cal.
Yeah,
just from day one.
It's
right?
very nice to see all this talent, and how far Australian Ultimate's coming with these new programs. Obviously, very big hole to fill when COVID hit. We have been struggling since that point. I think all small clubs will echo that. But I mean, we look at this tournament now. We've got 15-year-olds playing. Game prior to this from Tasmania, all the Reamers were out. 3 of them, all under the age of 20. All of them cooking. It's insane. Very scary. Worried about any of... I think if you're under the age of 24, it'd be very hard to make any rep teams at the minute. You have Blackburn, Baker, and Mankara Kerr behind now as they look to get through this. It seems to be like a low side force zone, so Hucks don't want to get trapped down to this low side too much without taking meters, which they're going to do, and relatively unpunished, is now they're going to find their way up to the high side. Baker with a scuba. Balsh. Sit down. Blackburn to Lorenzen. Just going to find Makara Kerr to Baker. Has a couple options in front of him. Scuba's over the top to Blackburn. And there is the patient offense they needed for this zone.
First clean hold of the game as well. So Hucks getting it done this time. Instead of going for that big long hucking game, they go for the small ball, but they actually tear up Blob's zone. Blob's not effective at all in causing the jelly legs. The Hucks, you know, they're just patient, as you said, and made use of that space within the cup. But then when they managed to get around to the high side on that break side, they're managing to punish it and get some meters downfield. So very well done by the Hucks here.
Yeah, hopefully other teams watch this, take some notes, because I think that's what's been lacking in the first games today. We weren't really seeing that kind of aggression down the open side, what they're giving you. And then we weren't seeing any kind of bounce back to the break side. So Hucks putting on a clinic there, that's really nice.
We were talking about the youth on Blob. Also plenty of youth there on the Hucks with Lorenzen. Also recent under-24s rep as well.
Yep, same with Blackburn. Really good. They've also got Brio de Santos as well. Probably playing a little bit more D than the other two, but yeah, so three women playing on the under-24s teams. That's really strong. Really good to see from Hucks. Not a team known for their youth development traditionally, but good to see. Swish now. Finds Lipari, who shoots a backhand. Has Kaida underneath it. And you just have to feel so confident with her running deep as Yoshida pulls that down over the top of Nicole Wong.
Oh, she plucks that disc just casually out of the air. Yoshida of Japan, having played for the Australian Mundies at the World Open Championships last year, and unfortunately sustained an ACL during that tournament, so it's really great to see her back competing at this level.
Yeah, it really looks like it took something out of her, doesn't it? You wouldn't be able to tell at all. Like, just is so athletic, so fast, nimble.
Yeah, she started from the downfield space. She was basically in the handler position, and Lipari just lets one rip. She was completely isolated, so everyone respecting her space, and one out. That's not a place you want to be against Yoshida. And beautiful vision there by our cam ops. Jack Lewell there on the camera.
Very nice. You think Hucks, a quick adjustment you have to make is get in front of Lipari. He clearly is a very dangerous thrower. He's got great touch in this wind. Get the shooter calls out. Big threat.
Vazquez, that's the high pull, plenty of float. Allows the defenders to get under. Ooh, just goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good read. Very good read. He thought about it, Asher did, but he's pulled away just in time. Very smart. Makes a reset now. Look at all the valuable high side meters he gains from having that read. It looks like a 2-3-2. It's put on, so we'll see Blackburn take the back hip. So she's so good at this. She gets zones. It's very nice. So calm head about her.
Yeah, 2-3-2 zone here by Blob. So they have managed to drive the Hucks back. The deeps are minding those longer options, and everyone's got plenty of license to squeeze up this front. So you see a lot of Blob bodies getting in the way. So again, continuing to drive the Hucks back. Lots of head checking. This is good defense. Can feel some nervousness from the Hucks now.
Yeah, this zone's working really well, but here we go. Here's the release up to the break side. She's got Lorenzen to Santos working together. Goes to Lorenzen. You wouldn't typically see her in the handler space too much, but she's going to work at the minute. Up to Santos. And Bosch works well together. James Lamb now kind of holds up the flow a little bit. Seems nice, and that's very close. Not going to have the discussion about it though. All good. Brown finds Blackburn. He rips one through the middle, but does not get past Flores. Does Blob now have an opportunity to break after a very well-fought zone? No real options downfield for Copland. And a huge run-through block for Lorenzen.
Way to get it back for Lorenzen. Just runs through Flores.
Bosch shoots to Lamb. And just the wind gets a hold of that one, pushes it out.
I don't mind that, Cal. I don't mind that. They
Why
were
not?
pinned so far back. They're being pushed back. All they could do was reset and move backwards. So he said, look, let's just get it out there. If we play D, at least we play it up the other end.
Absolutely. And I mean, you've got to feel pretty confident if they've got the defensive ability to get turns nice and quickly. We'll see if they can do something similar here. As Copland goes up to the break side to Flo. Finds Vasquez. Kings to the swing, has an opportunity, but Brown unable to get as we now bounce to Copland. Just doesn't have very nice structure in front of it. Let's rip a big flick.
Never came in.
Not coming back. Never looked like it was. But did have Brad Reeves shooting deep there. Wasn't a bad look. Just I think this wind's just making deep shots going to the right of your screen way, way more challenging than what they normally would be. So
Yeah, the wind is coming from right to left and slightly towards the camera at the moment. So that's why a lot of play is being on this close sideline. But Hucks with all the work to do as Blob set up the zone again. So you can see the defenders prioritising that space immediately in front of the disc. They don't mind if the disc goes back. They're managing to sag off and just clog up these easy throwing lanes. Oh, finds a nice hole.
that's a great look into the high side of the ground. Gosh, if you have Lorenzen with the disc again. Finds Kong. Kong up to the high side again. That's really nice from Hucks. Now, the 2-3-2, I think they're forcing middle, which is fine. But look at that. Just penetrating passes up the middle. Blackburn looks to get it back. Finds Bosch. Has someone in the middle, doesn't want it, has a free reset, takes it. Blackburn now. Rips a scuba, and that is lots of travel, but that's okay. Blob now on the attack, and there's a turnover.
Oh, what a fantastic intercept by Vasquez there. Just steps in front. She beated that option. Just let the receiver look like she was a bird and stepped in front. But unfortunate miscommunication on that 1-2 down the far side.
Yeah, look, we just didn't need a scuba to finish off that point at that time. Like, they did so well to get the whole way through as Brown just overthrows DeSantos.
Just need to recalibrate those downwind throws. The Hucks just putting a bit too much zip there. If they can take maybe 20% off those throws, they will land much better for the receiver.
Copland walks up the disc. Once Flo shoots an inside look. It looks like only Brio's underneath it. Great grab. Feeds it back to Brown. He finds Lamb.
They've collapsed the match now.
Hucks just need to find a bit of structure downfield. It's going to serve them well as Lamb has no choice other than cram it up.
Just ran out of space there.
Yeah.
Tried to keep his feet in, but couldn't keep his eyes on the disc because of it.
Lona has Reeves filling into the dump space. Finds Vasquez, just overthrows again, and it's going to be a Blackburn against Vasquez, and Blackburn comes up with the disc. Shoots it long. And again,
20%, just 20% off it, that's it.
that's all it's going to take, and this wind is currently really playing on both teams at the minute as it's another turnover at this point.
Yeah, it's a long walk for Copland. Retrieving the disc. Oh, as the wind just gusts up again. So changing conditions at the moment. But I sure am glad that the sun is being shielded by the clouds, so it's much more comfortable than it was early in the day. But none of the teams looking comfortable at all on field.
Copland feels otherwise as he shoots to DeBrosses, and unfortunately there's another turn. not looking to play much clean frisbee, I don't think. We're just into Hucks zone.
Yeah, turnover number 12 for this point, Cal.
They're adding up.
So Blob then out of with the longer field to work. Oh, that was a very close attempt. So I was going to say Blob. Now they've got more space. And there's a sneaky hit that has come from the other field.
Slam shoots. Has Bosch, and he just gets his hand on it, but can't wrap his fingers around it, and that's another costly turn. But again, for Hucks, it's the territory game, right? You've got to feel comfortable down there. So far, Blob's been unable to really get past the halfway mark.
It's a messy Blob of cutters in the middle of field.
Copeland goes again, and why not? This disc is going to find its way over the sideline.
Easily out of bounds. So
it's game of rugby union in a minute, isn't it?
Yeah, Huck Fest, Turnover Fest, whatever you want to call it at the moment. Even though the heat from the sun is not present at the moment, it's certainly a long, draggy point. Some confusion about whether they're playing a zone or a match.
I don't think anyone knows at the minute as Blackburn finds DeSantos Lee out onto the high side. Bosch rips the backhand of his own, why not? Here we go, Lamb's underneath it, this looks good! And we finish the point! 14 turnovers later, we've gone and done it. Incredible Hucks, complete a Huck.
Oh, way to go, incredible Hucks. Bringing some of the earlier brilliance they had from the long hucking game. Lamb had several attempts at those long options. In the end, finally manages to calibrate it. Oh, and gets some love from this family and baby as well. A big hug for the big Hucker in Lamb. Oh, as we see the little one there. Oh, with the supporter shirt as well.
That's really cute. Awesome, bang. Winds up, and that's really nice in the win.
It.
That's what they needed. As Hucks, following that goal, call a little timeout, possibly to get their breath back. I think is.
Yeah, it was a hold, right? But it was a long point.
Hold.
It was a long point. And so I think no heat break applying at the moment with the temperatures having dropped. So at 4, still a pretty good score line to call a timeout.
What do you think the message would be in both of these huddles right now?
Well, I think Blob are just cruising, to be honest, right? Like, they're up a couple of breaks. All they need to do is hold. And with the teams assembling the HUD, would like to hear from Simon Talbot to see what he's got to say about this game.
All right, so we're just going to go back and have a quick look at the first iteration of the zone defence that Chile had put in place. So we see they went with a very traditional 3-3-1 zone. So we see the first ball there. And they got down and they played it quite loose. If we just pause there for a sec, we can see they've got 1, 2, 3, all urging them to come towards the sideline. We've got 4 and 5 as their short wings. And as we play it through, what you see there is they hold their shape and just let Incredible Hucks do lots of these little throws. You can see them playing very loose, and it just left them with too many gaps through the middle there. So they've got it to the middle, and again, you see if we pause there again. So again, they're just holding that really wide shape out there like that and just sort of letting these lots of little passes happen. We'll play it through to the end, and you can sort of watch how they hold their shape. So lots of little passes went through here. They didn't really close in on these options here. And Incredible Hucks were just able to march it down the sideline. We've seen since then how they've really been able to tighten that up.
Very nice comments there from Simon. And as Hucks try to apply some pressure on this Blob offense, sorry.
See, Ward now finds Osman up on the high side. Can look for Osman and Kelly. It's getting a lot here as Kelly shoots up line. And that is a lovely throw. With another one, just back to back, beautiful backhands. That is really, really nice ultimate. We've been starved of that so far.
What a contrast to the previous point.
Yeah.
14 turnovers, this one 0.
Yeah.
And kudos there to Mickael, the newlywed.
Yeah, and Georgia Sullivan able to find that backhand up the line. Like in this wind, going, you know, pushing toward, like the wind's pretty much exactly behind that throw. To be able to get that shape to fall into Kelly's lap is like so
powerful.
hard to do, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And he didn't break stride, right? He just struck up line. She put it perfectly in place. And you'd think, oh, that's pretty easy throw. Well, it's because Georgia Sullivan made it look easy, right? So see this one. See,
high release
that
too.
high release, just that enough touch. So she uses the wind, right? She uses the wind to let it float down with that high release, rather than some of those zippier shots were going that direction. They were just all zip and no touch. So well done by Georgia Sullivan, making that look easy.
Exactly, yeah. And well, Kelly finds a zippy throw of his own and hits Brian Ward right in the chest as he cuts towards that front cone. That is all you can ask for, as Blob find their way to a clean hold, and we can expect one of those zones.
Offside call.
Oh, never mind.
And everyone looks around each other, the Blobs in disbelief.
Who was it?
Have to have a look on the action replay to catch that. So Hucks, wouldn't be surprised that they are going in a downwind direction, Cal. Wouldn't be surprised if they go sniffing for a long shot with Bunkaraka in the backfield.
Well, with Baker behind the disc as well. I mean, that's maybe not the best example, but he's a very good thrower. Same with Bunkaraka and Blackburn, we've seen already with very, very dangerous throws upfield, as we see a bailout throw to DeSantos, who...
She had it! She hadn't lost it.
Honestly, she's done really well to get like the read on that with this win, so fair enough. Not an easy throw for us. Lipari now, the shooter, gets it, finds up line hit. Bunkaraka gets his hand in front and gets it back for his team.
Bunkaraka showing he's got the hops and the smarts there.
We go to Baker now. Wouldn't be another scuba. Don't think so. Finds Sellers. Finds himself trapped in this low side end. Kata Yoshida gets the turn. She's got Copland running, but pick is called, and Copland will be brought back. I think Sellers calling that one, maybe. Catch up. A great defensive effort from Yoshida there. Copland's going to go anyway. Finds Wish. Pari again. Reeves on the high side. It's going to reset back down to Lipari. This is nice patient offense now from Blob. He's just going to sadly, well, not even sadly, he's somehow found Matthew Hudson, who's going to lob it back at DeSantos.
Oh, but Lipari picks up the scraps. Oh, and a D! Defensive efforts galore!
And you'd say that Hucks had already earned that one. So it's very, very good to see them get that back. DeSantos Lee robbed of a stat, but you got to catch him. You got to catch your Ds. As Lorenzen just, I think the wind just pushes that beneath her hands, bounces off the knees, and Copland's going to pick this up in a very dangerous position. This is an early pick, but
probably didn't affect that play. I mean, the disc doesn't really move too far.
Yeah, Baker's in an interesting position here. Does he stop the speed of Hudson's upline cut? Or does he give him a relatively easy reset? Well, the reset will be unmarked, but he's leaving a lot for Mankara Kerr to do on the marquee. He's putting a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, Hudson's definitely got the speed on Baker.
So Hudson's going to keep it and throws to Wish, who burns her players to the front cone, and she has a big celebration.
Wish gets her wish for a highlight on the live stream. A nice goal to finish off some good passage of play. So the Blobs going ahead with break. That is 6-3.
Possibly the message in the huddle to the Blob team was, let's holster it. Let's put it away. Then we don't need to try and huck it 80 metres every single time we got the disc. We can work through our unders. Like, they've got the matchups, it seems.
Yeah, but respect for those defensive efforts. Briosa Santos Lee, Munkara Kerr. Can't remember who the other block was, but just so many players just getting in the way and getting some mitts on the disc. Oh, you see this? Oh, she
Such
almost
a
pushed
good
it out of
peel
bounds.
off.
And, you know, she kept her head. She still has vision of the disc, but I think she thought it's probably going out of bounds. But Lipari, well done to clean up that deflection. And here we have another D and smashes it down to the ground to make sure of it. I think that was Semmel Brown, maybe. And oh, some very good positioning for Lorenzen. She couldn't have done anything else. That throw was just too good.
It's a very nice throw. What you can do is, Vasquez, let's rip him. Very big backhand. Well, picking up. Got a bit of flow for Hucks on the high side. This is good. Good early signs.
Different offensive line. So maybe they've put their D-line on here to get a few more reps.
Yeah, we're broken last point, so... And it was pretty long. Switch other personnel. It's Volsky now. And Kumar again. As Zong now finds Lo Hing. Back to Zong. Working well together. I'm liking this little small ball action. Give go. Zong wants every second. As Kumar finds it again. Finds Volsky. Has a player shooting to the front cone. And scores. Lu Hing. Now that is clinical small ball. Very nice from Incredible Hucks.
Yeah, that change up in personnel and a change up in style. Maybe this line having a slightly different offensive identity to the other lines. I like it. They just kept the disc moving, and you know, it was more that they kept changing the angles of attack through small ball and run and gun as well. So I really like that look. I want to see more of it by the Incredible Hucks.
Yeah, it just seems like there's lots of level heads on that line. No one was really rushed at any point. Lots of experience out there.
And working through all their players as well, right? Volsky, Lu Hing, Kong, all getting involved.
Yeah.
So just what Incredible Hucks needed here, a clean hold. That was completed in 17 passes, so I had to work hard for it, but
Yeah.
got the job done.
What I really like as well is the only time it really got to this open half of the field was when they went and killed it and scored.
Yeah,
Like
they kept
everything
it on the break
else.
side.
Yeah.
Fat side.
All up the high side, down the middle when they're doing their little run and gun stuff. Like, that's just smart. It's
Yeah.
good. It works.
Powerful position to be in. As we said, the wind is coming slightly towards your camera, right? So having it on the high side, not getting, I guess, forced into this narrow channel is really going to open up extra options downfield for you.
Oh my, and Ashabash almost gets in the immediate D as Copland shoots deep to Osmond.
And Osmond is out position and out read by Munkara Kerr.
Yeah, with this win, you're going to know that this is going to get pushed to this side of the field. So Munkara Kerr takes that early position and just nudges Osmond underneath it. The long boy is unable to connect with each other. Munkara Kerr now seems to be trapped and throws a backhand of his own. We're back into a hockey battle as Brianna Santos, I mean, she's almost run the length of the field to get that. That is a very long throw.
That was incredible effort by Briosa Santos Lee. I mean, I thought that was just going to go out. She wasn't going to go anywhere near it, but she just kept working and working and working.
Not one to give up at all. As Copland now finds Osmond. Has someone going deep into Brosses, and we see a disc going too. He might have the better read here. Very nice defense from Incredible Hucks. Bosch and Wong working very well together. They come up with the disc and stall count gets high. And so we're back into our territory-based game.
Look, I mean, that was just good defense by Blob, right? They covered all the dump options, they covered all the under options, so there's no other space to attack bar the D.
See Lowry and Osmond working well behind their disc as...
Oh, Sullivan just sneaks in front of Wong, some miscommunication there.
Yeah, look, well, the dump space was just left open. Someone did have to get back there and fill, so... Oh, and Blackburn shoots to Lamb. He's still got a chance here. He was diving grab. And Hucks with an amazing goal.
James Lamb, second goal of the day, powering through the end zone. Has Makes the slide to ground to control that one, but James Lamb, what a game.
The trust from Blackburn, like he had no separation. It didn't really, he wasn't open at all. And he just kept going. That's such a great effort from Lamb to mow down that disc. Like, we'll see it here. Like, Copland's right there.
She just puts it to space, right? She's just like, you know what, I'm just going to pop it out the back. You can run for it just like Brios dos Santos Lee tried to for the last one. And James Lamb goes, oh, I've got my family watching on the sideline. I'm on the live stream. I guess I got to go. And go he does. So
showing out.
Yeah, kudos to James Lamb, getting on the end of a couple of big ones.
It's a really nice put from Blackburn in this win. Once again, seems like Hucks are just able to find their long shots in the wind a little easier than what Blob are. It's heating up. A nice close game so far. It's a great effort from Lamb. Never looked like he was in danger of going out there.
Yeah, he's had to chase a couple of long Hucks to get those rewards. So
a fair few practice runs already.
So, incredible Hucks come out in a zone. This is an arrowhead look, Cal.
Not my favourite zone to be on the defence for.
No.
I just think it's... I don't rate it that much. But, look, all zones seem to be working this weekend, so why not?
I mean, when you got the wind as well as your 8th defender, why not give it a shot and give Blob a different look? But I agree. I think the choice of zone, maybe not the right one. Blob have a lot of confident throwers.
You're just giving them the high side as we see Kelly shoot to Lipari. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Kelly now dialing in with the wind. Scary.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with Blob, you gotta like realize who you're playing against, right? They can all throw. Yeah, they've had a few miscues, but as the game wears on, you know they're going to calibrate it, right? So Yoshida, Kelly, all of these can shoot. So, you know, Hucks, they might have a bit more luck potentially forcing to one side. We have talked about that low and high side a lot, right, Cal?
Yeah.
You know, if they force them to this close sideline, the wind is blowing this way, and then forcing them to break upwind or break in that very uncomfortable direction, that can cause some high distance, some opportunity turnovers. But, you know, an arrowhead force is not the way to go. As Brios dos Santos Lee earns a well-earned spell on the sideline, but Mum says, no, you got to get up and get to work, my friend.
Yeah, I think if we're going to put a zone on against this Blob team, I think you'd rather have 2 people in the deep space rather than just one, with the amount of shooters that are on the field at any given point. So we will move to a halftime break now. We'll join you back after a break and after Blob finish breaking it down. Dulio action. Never mind, no Dulio.
Bit of an early spirit circle there, Cal.
And nice. I was ready for a Dulio, but that is a well-spirited alternative. Very nice. This team's now coming out of there, forming a little huddle just before they break out into our second half. We're seeing the highlights now. It's been a very entertaining game. Not the cleanest game of all time, but very few calls. Entertaining for us commentators and viewers at home.
Some great moments. Some paws and mitts and blobs in the way on defense. And we did find some connections eventually on offense. And the Hucks will be hoping to find a few more connections of their own as they try to claw back a 2-point deficit. They are down just the one break at the moment, so they are definitely in touching distance of the Blobs with their blobfish mascot hanging around on the sideline.
Very attractive fish. So what we're hoping for in this second half is maybe a few more completions on the Hucks. That is from both teams, not just the incredible Hucks themselves, but just looking for a little bit more clean offenses. Both teams have found really nice passages of play when they're hitting those, you know, passes under 20 metres.
And they've got a similar line, the incredible Hucks, that we were giving them kudos to that small ball and the quick movement, and they've got a very similar offensive line out this set.
Yeah, and they're starting it again with the likes of Kumar and Zong fighting Matanavong in there as well. Some experience behind the disc, so I
think Osman just trips over. Is there going to be a foul called and some discussion here?
So
Phoebe Wong there. I think Osman just made some contact as he ran through. Wondering if maybe she was tripped or something. As
did look like she did stop quickly, but it's kind of on Osman to get around her. I mean, there's lots of limb that he's got to manoeuvre.
yeah.
But it's a non-contact sport indeed. So
yeah, so you see she's got the inside line and she can't. It's whether he can make a play without making contact, right?
And look, I'm sure if he had another go at it, he probably could get the D and not make contact, but
yeah, it looks like this is staying with Phoebe Wong here.
The Hucks now continue their small balling ways, working it down to the open side. Volsky finds Zong, he whips one wide, and clinical again from Hucks.
They've unlocked their upwind line, right?
Yeah.
That is their line to play upwind. They can score with that small ball all day, every day.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to change that, especially if it's on O. Upwind O, that's looking really nice, and once again, playing through everyone. Zhou Liang coming up with the goal there, but I think everyone on that line touched the disc during that point, and that's...
Yeah, we didn't even have time to call the names as it went through because they just kept moving it through, so well done. I think Zhong in particular with some very good throws to that break side, and Kumar too.
Yeah, those two are looking really dangerous behind the disc, and what I really like is that they're coming through the back hip and then they're staying in front of the cup and just able to, like, one big fake and boom, they hit each other again. So those two are working really well together and then able to link up with everyone else downfield as well. People like Shane Obolsky downfield, it's so safe. It's DeSantos Lee now. Brings in a really nice floaty pull down to Kelly with Bosch and Hopper suit. I'll just sheeter on this low side. Go to Moriarty, who is a nice reset in Kelly. There we go. This is what we... Ooh. Yoshida very comfortable underneath that. As she finds Wong, who's going to rip a backhand out. She's got two receivers underneath it. Oh!
Single-handed grab. Riona White just plucks that one out of the air. The back end zone line also in play there. That was just plucked to perfection by Root.
That is a great grab from White. Oh, wow. Moriarty, I believe, did very well to get out the way there. As White brings down this shot. It's not Moriarty, sorry, it's Reese, but that is such a good grab over the top of Wong.
Yeah, fantastic chain of play by the female matching players. That was Yoshida to Wong to White. So the female Blob's getting it done.
Yeah, that's a dangerous combo as... I think they all play for Chile.
Yeah,
strong connections there.
All spicy chili.
Yeah.
All spicy chili players. Yeah, most of this team made up of Chile alumni and current players. And most having played at the Division 1 level in the split gender season as well. So it's definitely a tough assignment for the incredible Hucks. Big pull, huge float from Vasquez.
Go to the up window line for the Hucks. That's such a great move from Kumar first.
Oh, just over the head.
Yeah. Flores now picks it up. Has options deep, but goes to Vasquez. Looking for an opportunity to break here as Flores just finds herself so free in the handler space. Great defense, but finds Vasquez again, who has a great effort. It just slips. Unfortunately, Brian Ward unable to maintain his footing there as the Hucks have another chance, and Zong, the unconventional lefty backhand, all the best players in the world throw two hands, but it's not easy to do. So Ward now has an opportunity to break, and Flores with a little bump finds Lipari, who's having a very nice game so far. He's, what, maybe 3 goals, 1 assist now, so.
Yeah, Lipari, very handy player for Hot Chili for many years. Often plays on the offensive line. Not surprised to see him beat his opponent to the cone.
Yeah, look, that's just great speed. Very unlucky from Brian Ward there. Probably would have had a goal, a few passes earlier, but he runs and gets it back with a great sky, and Flores just squeaking it past 2 different people to score front cone there. It's looking good for Blob. So they now have a 3-point advantage over Hucks.
They eke away another break, so they're 2 breaks up now.
Yeah.
It's actually the first break of the half. We've had holds, hold, and break.
Just the upwind Hucks line, maybe getting a little bit too complacent there. Haven't been challenged the last 3 points or so they've been on, and this time just a couple throws to that high side that maybe they were just...
Too much air.
Yeah, I think so. It was floating above their players. As three whistles sound, so Copland must rip it. Nice backhand fielded by Baker. Baker, Mankara, Kerr, and Blackburn behind the disc. Got to feel comfortable. Karaka goes to work against Osmond. And Lorenzen finding herself behind the disc quite a lot as a shot goes off. Brio de Santos has a chance, but unfortunate. Hucks just forcing another... Always seems to be this line. Forcing another one down with the wind. Just more patience is going to benefit them quite a lot.
Well, I mean, if they can get it down line and then get the D, I think there'll be a different story. But the fact that they actually can't really get the disc off Blob just means it's a bit poor choice of
Kelly backs up for this point as the throwing power on this line is quite high with Copland, Osmond and Kelly. As DeBrosses now finds Lowry. Had a couple options, didn't want him. Finds Osmond. As all of the movement downfield dries up, and Osmond, well, that's very close, sinking inside, but
Quick flip to Van Gaan for the score. So very nicely done. That was very nice composure from Blobs. Very professional, very clinical. Clean hold, and just waited for those 100% options to come before they threw. As you said, the throwing power on this line, spectacle to behold. Osborne here marked by Munkaraka, keeps it low, and Copland gets low to receive just outside the doorstep, and just easy to the cone for Venesagan ahead of Lorenzen.
just uses that cutter's advantage, getting to that open cone. That's really nice from Blob. Again, shortening the passes down to less than 20 meters and just flowing all the way up the break side now, cramming it into the break side. Unconventional, but it will work, just using those insides and those rounds. Now the gap extends with 2 breaks in a row. It's now 10-6, so Blob in a very good position as Hudson. Let's rip some mean backhand.
Rolled out, but if that had just landed square, would have been a very perilous position for the Hucks. Still, they just have to work it from their defending end zone. As the game advisor, Mary Tony, helpfully signals where the disc rolled out.
So now another lefty backhand.
Too small a channel.
Yeah. Kumar did well to get a hand to it, but we see Ward flip on over to who else? Mr. Lapari.
Goal number 4 to go with the 1 assist. So Lapari outscoring his number already.
It's unfortunate. Looks like Hucks now losing that composure they once had on that upwind point. Maybe the wind getting...
I think they just forced it here. So he told him to go up line, and look, if it wasn't quite as windy and you were tossing that lefty backhand into that small channel, fine. But if you wanted to do that, you had to keep it much lower in this instance, right?
Yeah.
It just popped up too easily.
It's not your main hand. We talked about it on previous games. If you want to be successful throwing into the wind, you need good snap. You must have snap on the disc, otherwise it's just going to be so unstable in the air, the wind's going to pick it up, fly it around, and you see it just then. Wobbly disc, hard to grab one-handed when it's out in front of Kumar like that in such a tight channel. So
Yeah, I think just like the wrong cut for these conditions. I think all we had to do was like a little 7, so basically go up line and then just turn and come back, and that would just be an easy flick. But yeah, not running out of space, running out of time, and incredible Hucks trying to run this game out. It is a game to 13 on the point count. Lowry coming up for a big pull. Goes for roller, that's a smart move there.
strong gust of wind really interrupting that pull then, but it's not a bad spot. If Blob now can really force towards this low side, they can have a good trap here, but they just give that reset far too easily, especially with Blackburn on the disc and
It
just
was
out of the reach of...
It was on. Like, Wong was on. She had
Yeah.
the space, just the execution on that throw, and like you said, the wind just pushing it out this way a bit too much.
And down as Copland says, come a little closer. Had Lowry all the way in the end zone to start there. As Bradley just finds Kelly now, who has a few options in front of him. It's Copland. Finds DeBrosses, is going to toe that in. Does a great job. As Bradley again. It's a little backhand up the line. That is a lovely throw from Bradley.
Beautiful touch to lefty there. Just has a nice little outside in shape to that throw to float it into Timocles' chest. So very efficient conversion there by Blob. That's 4 breaks in a row, and Incredible Hucks now really tiring and looking down the barrel of a loss.
Yeah, it's match point to Blob. It is not a great position to be down 7, well, 1 break and 6 holds. So, well, look, it happened last year, and I said to the bane of Brisbaneites, I said you couldn't lose from here. So, I won't say it. We'll think it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Blob have had a relatively easy run to this game. They beat Lunchbox 13-3 and then Sweet Badbush 13-1. So trying to minimise their time with the pitch. No, the Incredible Hucks have done well. They've, you know, the closest margin so far for the day. Incredible Hucks, this is only their 2nd game of the tournament. They went up against Lunchbox 13-6 earlier in the day. So definitely long days, lots of schedules, still plenty more Frisbee to go, so don't count them out just yet.
We go upwind line, slightly different personnel out there. As we see Leung behind the disc with Kumar. As Kumar leads out, Leung and a diving bid from Lipari. Look, I don't know if he got a hand on it, but all the defensive pressure was there.
Just the phantom block. Lipari gets it done.
Count it. it's all good. Ward finds Osmond. They're just happy to bounce it between themselves as there's not a lot of movement downfield as Lipari throws a hammer over the top to Vasquez, and that is a very fun way to hold out this game.
And the party continues after the wedding last weekend. Blob get another win on the board. That is 13-6, an undefeated day for the Blobs.
That's a very, very promising start. 10 points scored against you all day. That's red hot. That is exactly what you want to see after day 1. And, you know, what was a slightly undisciplined game to start with, they definitely brought it back with, 5 breaks in a row to finish off the game. Well, that's very good signs.
Yeah, Blob just showing their class, as we know, plenty of Division 1 level players here, and just showing that they had better command of the windy conditions, better control over that downwind direction, and just some party tricks up the sleeve here. Lipari not satisfied with his 3 goals and 1 assist, adds another assist and a block there on this point. So Josh Lipari up and coming. I'm sure we'll see the Blobs with their blobfish towards the latter stages of this tournament.
Yeah, you've got to think that seeding for them, it's got to be pretty high at the minute, but Incredible Hucks lost a takeaway. Look, at one point in this game, it was 7-6, right? They came out a half, they held, then it was 7-6, and
yeah, it was only 1 break. Like, Blob were only up 1 break against them. It was just the late fade here which made the scoreline blow out, but they were in touch, and like you say, until just after half.
Yeah, lots of positives to take away. I think once when they were just shooting all the time and Blob decided, hey, maybe we won't do that back, that's when the game got away from the Incredible Hucks. So, you know, to take away, like, they've got so many good throwers. Like, if we look at the people behind the disc there, like Blackburn, Mankara Kerr,
I mean,
Lorenzen, DeSantos Lee, like they've all had such a strong game. They just need other people to not shoot so much and just like dial it in, holster in these conditions. The downwind's okay, but when you're going up against quality competition, which they will come up against later on in the tournament, they'll just have to rein it in a little bit, you know, maybe leave the ego at the door and just play a nicer game. Small ball, shorter options, churn the unders, don't just look to finish the point quickly.
Yeah, that's it. You saw the stats board up on the screen just before, and there were only 5 clean holds for Blob and 3 clean holds for Incredible Hucks. So, look, we know the conditions are going to prove to be a messy game, but sometimes you just got to stick fat. Like, you might not be playing well or, you know, choosing the best options to throw to, but you sometimes just got to stick with it, you know. Players like Brios Santos Leaves, it's just going to run around forever, right? So, like, take advantage of that. Take some inspiration from that. Sometimes just got to knuckle down, settle in, and make it a bit easier for yourselves.
Yeah. And so that will close out this day. So thank you very much for joining us, and of course thank you very much to the City of Logan for hosting. That is day 1 of the Australia Mix Ultimate Championships Division 2 in the books. We thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, bright and early. We look forward to seeing you then. Thank you, and that was Avril Tam, Callum Faulkner. Goodbye.